Hey guys, another video. The drama continues. So, Jay Allen, I'm just going to say Jab. Jab sent out an internal email, and honest, let's just get into it because I don't know. This is really depressing. Hello, Blizzard. I personally have a lot of emotions coming out of yesterday, and I know you do too. The allegations, the hurt of current and former employees are extremely troubling. I know many of you would like to receive more clarity. While I can't comment on the specifics of the case, as it's an open investigation, what I can say is that the behavior detailed in the allegations is completely unacceptable. It goes with saying it is completely unacceptable for anyone in the company to face discrimination or harassment. It goes with saying that everyone should feel safe working here, whether we are on campus at BlizzCon or working from home. It goes with saying it takes courage to come forward, and all claims brought to the company are investigated by internal and, when needed, external investigators. We take these claims very seriously. Claims can be made without fear of retaliation, and many times I attend to them personally, along with our other leaders. It's interesting that you mentioned BlizzCon, since that's where you spoke to Alex, who was being too friendly towards women. You basically gave him a slap on the wrist. Plus, you personally, Jab, are named in the lawsuit. This email, personally, I don't believe it. Stepping back, when I talked with Bobby about taking this job, one of the first things I mentioned was a revered saint of the Brack household, Gloria Steinem. Growing up, the value of women as equals, understanding the work that had been done for equal treatment, and the fact that there was still much to do were common themes. This is just one of the reasons why the fight for equality is incredibly important to me. People with different backgrounds, views, and experiences are essential for Blizzard, our teams, and our player community. I disdain bro culture and have spent my career fighting against it. Well, by all the allegations coming out, it doesn't seem that way. It really doesn't. This mentioning Gloria Steinem and the fight for equal rights of women, it honestly feels like you're just trying to, yet again, pretty up Blizzard's image. You're trying to distract from the situation at hand. Iterating on our culture with the same intensity that we bring to our games is imperative. With our values acting as our North Star, this is some of the most important work we do, both as professionals and human beings. If your values are acting as your North Star, your values are severely corrupted. You let Alex off with a slap on the wrist, and you say your values are acting as your North Star? That's very disingenuous of you, Jab. A company is more than a legal construct that exists as a piece of paper in a filing cabinet in Delaware. The people that work at the company make it what it is. Through their actions and creations, each of us plays a role in maintaining a place of safety for one another, and it is also up to each of us to continue to craft the Blizzard we want, and commit to doing our part in keeping Blizzard great, but always aspiring for more. Our leadership team and I will be meeting with many of you to answer questions and discuss how we can move forward. In the meantime, I want you to know that you can talk to any manager, any HR partner, any member of our legal team, or to any one of the executive team, including Hey Jay. If you feel more comfortable talking to someone outside of Blizzard or prefer to be anonymous, you can contact the Way to Play Integrity line. That right there doesn't seem right to me. Because if these people end up being witnesses against you, I don't think you should be talking to them. I mean, this is my opinion. I'm no legal expert, but it feels to me as if you talking to them, if they could be potential witnesses, could maybe be construed as witness tampering. But I mean, that's my opinion. I'm not a legal expert. I feel angry, sad, and a host of other emotions. Why, Jab? Because your closet was opened? Your dirty secrets were exposed? But I also feel grateful to work alongside a set of leaders and thousands of employees who join me in their commitment to continuous improvement. Thank you, Blizzard, Jab. I'm sorry, this email is weak sauce. It's pure weak sauce. This is you trying to pretty up your image and to distract from the shit that's hitting the fan in your company now. You were personally named in the lawsuit. You let Alex off with a slap on the wrist at BlizzCon. And then 2020, he silently left the company with no repercussions for what he had done. Where's the justice for the people who suffered this? I just don't believe you anymore. Nothing you say is going to change my mind on this matter. I'm going to let the courts decide this one. And, I mean, we have another email that was sent out to everyone by Activision Blizzard executive Fran Townsend, who was the Homeland Security Advisor to George W. Bush from 2004 to 2007, and joined Activision in March. This is from Jason Schreier's Twitter account. Everyone, as the executive sponsor of the ABK Employee Women's Network and our Chief Compliance Officer, I want to reach out to you. I know this has been difficult for many of us. A recently filed lawsuit presented a distorted and untrue picture of our company, including factually incorrect, old, and out-of-context stories, some from more than a decade ago. I don't know, a lot of those stories seem to be lining up with each other. So I don't think it's distorted. I don't think they're factually incorrect. Some of them might be old, but I mean, sexually harassing someone 10 years ago shouldn't make you immune from justice. It shouldn't. Whether it's old or new, that type of person who is committing sexual assault is a toxic person. They should not be in a position of power. The Activision companies of today, the Activision companies that I know, are great companies with good values. Clearly not. When I joined the executive leadership team, I was certain that I was joining a company where I would be valued, treated with respect, and provided opportunities equal to those afforded to the men of the company. For me, this has been true during my time. As a leader, I am committed to making sure that the experience I have is the same as the rest of the organization. We have a leadership team that is committed to these principles in every way. And yet the allegations say that the leadership swept a lot of these under the rug. That there were no consequences for the people high up in management that were doing this. I am proud to be part of a company that takes a hardline approach to inappropriate or hostile work environments and sexual harassment issues. Our Speaker Up campaign reinforces our zero tolerance for retaliation against those who do speak up. We've made significant investments to foster inclusive behavior and to reflect greater diversity within our leadership teams, including investing in and strengthening our DE&I employee network, creating global networks to bring together the effort in all of our business units, and the introduction of executive sponsors. introducing learning and development programs, including inclusive hiring training, amplifying internal programs such as Way to Play Heroes on the recurring Speak Up campaign, reinforcing channels for employees to report violations, including the Ask List, introducing an employee relations team to dedicated and investigating employee concerns, continuing to require all employees to take equality and diversity training, including anti-harassment training, and have done so for many years. Well, clearly it's not working, because according to the complaints, a lot of the issues that are brought up to HR are then made public, so that the people who are then being complained about know that they were complained about and who did it, so that they can retaliate. None of this makes any sense. We put tremendous effort into creating fair compensation policies that reflect our commitment to equal opportunity. Clearly not. We review compensation regularly and feel confident that we pay all employees fairly and equal for substantially similar work. We take proactive steps to ensure that we pay and advancement are driven by merit. We reward performance, and we conduct extensive anti-discrimination trainings, including for those who are part of the compensation process. Yeah, what you're saying here and what the lawsuit says are contradicting each other. And after a 2-year investigation, I believe the lawsuit has a more accurate filing or a more accurate description of what's been happening at Blizzard than what you are discussing over here or describing over here. We work at a company that truly values equality and fairness. Wow. That truly values equality and fairness? When a female worker asked for a promotion and a raise, she was denied because she might get pregnant and like being a mom too much. Yet you work at a company that truly values equality and fairness. Maybe amongst males, and primarily white males. That seems like the case to me. Because from what I've read in the complaints, not only is your company sexist, they're racist. Because management primarily exists out of white males. Rest assured that leadership is committed to continuing to maintain a safe, fair, and inclusive workspace. Yeah, I doubt that. You're saying that now because all your shit's out in the open. Ooh, people are seeing what we're doing. We don't like this. We've got to try and cover it up. We cannot let egregious actions of others and a truly meritless and irresponsible lawsuit. Irresponsible lawsuit? How is that irresponsible? How is seeking justice for victims irresponsible? I don't think it's irresponsible. I don't think that you as a company should be able to dictate how the laws affect you. Because quite frankly, the people who had to endure all of this, they should get justice. So calling this a meritless and irresponsible lawsuit, I mean, it's not meritless. A lot of people have come forward. A lot of people have been reached out to. And they have corroborated each other's stories. Well, not each other's stories, but their stories match up. Damage our culture of respect and equal opportunity for all employees. That is equivocally false. We aspire in our company to do great things. In our games, no, not in your games. Your games suck. You're constantly putting in useless systems that people don't want there, useless currencies that people have to grind up for hours on end just to try and stay ahead. And our impact on society, your impact on society is you make us all have Down syndrome. We're all depressed. That's your impact on society. Because time and time again, Blizzard keeps failing. And in our work environment, we continue to hold firm to our principles and invest, as we have in the past, the resources to ensure quality opportunities for all employees. We remain committed as a leadership team to doing what is right. Fran. I don't think you do. I really don't think you are committed to doing what is right. I can see a lot of people being pissed off by this email. I really can. Because the entirety of this email contradicts what's in the lawsuit. And again, I think you're doing this just to try and save face, to try and distract from what is happening in the news. Ooh, we don't want people talking about the lawsuit because that's a bad image for us. It's terrible. And I mean, Mike Morhaim's gone and put out a statement as well. Now, he hasn't been named in the lawsuit, but the stuff's been happening while he was there at Blizzard as well. Whether he knew about it or not, I don't know. I can't imagine that he didn't know. And I'm hoping that he truly didn't know. But I mean, we'll see when this goes to court. So Mike writes, I have read the full complaint against Activision Blizzard and many of the other stories. It is all very disturbing and difficult to read. I am ashamed. It feels like everything I thought I stood for has been washed away. What's worse, but even more important, real people have been harmed, and some women had terrible experiences. Yeah, that's true. People have been harmed in this. One woman took her life. And I mean, everything you stood for has been washed away. You feel like that. I would too if I worked for a company where the company had specific values and this popped up. I was at Blizzard for 28 years. During that time, I tried very hard to create an environment that was safe and welcoming for people of all genders and backgrounds. I knew that it was not perfect, but clearly we were far from that goal. The fact that so many women were mistreated and were not supported means we let them down. That's true. In addition, we did not succeed in making it feel safe for people to tell their truth. It is no consolation that other companies have faced similar challenges. I wanted us to be better, different, better. Harassment and discrimination exist. They are prevalent in our industry. It is the responsibility of leadership to keep all employees feeling safe, supported, and treated equitably, regardless of gender and background. It is the responsibility of leadership to stamp out toxicity and harassment in any form across all levels of the company. To the Blizzard woman who experienced any of these things, I am extremely sorry that I failed you. I realize that these are just words, but I wanted to acknowledge the woman who had awful experiences. I hear you, I believe you, and I am sorry to have let you down. I want to hear your stories. If you are willing to share them as a leader in our industry, I can and will use my influence to help drive positive change and to combat misogyny, discrimination, and harassment wherever I can. I believe we can do better, and I believe the gaming industry can be a place where women and minorities are welcomed, included, supported, recognized, rewarded, and ultimately unimpeded from the opportunities to make the types of contributions that all of us join this industry to make. I want the mark I leave on this industry to be something that we can all be proud of. Mike. I mean, it's heartfelt. It really is. But I think the burning question on everyone's mind is, did Mike know? Because, I mean, 28 years at Blizzard, with all of this stuff running around, I find it hard to imagine that any person could go through a company for that long in a high position without knowing about stuff like this happening. Maybe he did know. I don't know, but maybe he did know, and he tasked someone with trying to sort it out. And that person failed and then lied to him. I don't know what the story is there. But I mean, it's good to see he's come out and apologized and said that he's failed. I think, yeah, the thing on everyone's mind is, did he know? Because if he knew and he didn't do anything about it, then sadly, he's just as guilty. But yeah, that's the video for today. If you liked it, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Because this is just going to carry on. And it's really sad that a company can sink this low. Have a good one.